why homes are not selling in Atlanta like they used to. So there's a couple different factors that we're running into with this. Number one is going to be rate pressure. We're all aware of this. This is not anything new, but to explain it in a quick form, a lot of these sellers are sitting on 3.5%, 3.25%, 2.5%, something like that. So that basically allows you to know that if they're sitting on that and they're looking to upsize their home, they're now having to, one, increase their monthly payment just right off the rip, but they're also having to increase the amount of their loan amount, and they're also going to have to increase their interest rate by almost 50%. And so when that happens, you're starting to notice that people don't want to do that. They don't want to have to increase all of those things. And a lot of these sellers are waiting for this rates to come down so that they can make that adjustment and get into that new home or that bigger home with not necessarily having to worry about the payment increasing dramatically. The next piece is going to be just pricing mistakes. A lot of sellers right now are listing their home at top dollar and trying to get it, and basically what they're doing is trying to catch a falling knife, and you never want to be in that position because you're always going to get cut. And so what sellers have got to do right now to make these adjustments are list your home competitively, price it where it's going to sell. By pricing it competitively, if you have 3 other homes in your neighborhood sitting on the market for 30, 40, 50, 60 days, then you know that you need to be the lowest price in that neighborhood to drive the competition to your property. This is something that we've done multiple times over pre-COVID. This is how we won deals. Like this is how we made homes competitive, was pricing them where they're going to sell, and they will sell faster than the others. So this allows you to start noticing that once these rates drop, these seller buyers will come back into the market, which means inventory will increase, which also demand will increase just simply by having these people back in the market, which now ultimately will increase prices and make the market a lot more competitive. Right now, we have kind of swung a little bit more in that buyer's area. It doesn't mean that it's a full buyer's market because inventory or supply is not there yet as far as telling us it's a full buyer's market, but we're close. We're a couple units off from that. But once we do, or if we do, get to a buyer's market, these sellers are really going to take a beating. As the sellers right now, price your home competitively, focus on what the other homes are selling for in your neighborhood. If you're hyper local, if you don't live in a neighborhood, look at what's selling inside the city and the counties that you're in, inside of your radius, and then do everything you've got to do to make that home appealing. We're going back to curb appeal. We're going back to interior. We're making sure that the home looks good when sellers are coming through, smells good. We're going back to the basics with a lot of these things, but that's because that's what the market's telling you. There are buyers in this market right now, and they're buying the cream of the crop. They are buying and they're picking which ones they want to see. They are buying and picking the ones that are absolutely the best choice. And if your home is not the best choice, they're not buying it. They're not making offers. They're not showing it. And this is where a lot of this past year or two has kind of led us up to. And so when I say these things, it's more so just to kind of give you some perspective of where we are in this market. There's still people selling and making equity off their home. There's still a lot of buyers in this market, and they're choosing. They're being a little choosy out there. But that's because they can be, and they can make the best offer. And if they've got a good agent, they're going to negotiate the heck out of it. So you, as a seller, need to be working with someone who is going to be able to actually tell you, hey, we've got to be competitive here. We've got to price the home competitively and drive the traffic to this home. And just listing it on MLS is not doing that. You've got to do the marketing content behind it. You've got to make sure it smells good, looks good, feels good. All of these things are what a buyer are going to experience when they go into your home. So just to kind of give you a little bit of perspective, that's what we're noticing right now. This is what we're seeing. This is a little bit of background knowledge. As far as everything goes, we're here if you need us. If you have questions, great. We're here to answer those questions. If you just want to see what the market looks like in your area, we can set you up on a home search. We can set you up on what's selling in your area, just so you can kind of keep an eye on the market. And we do have a first-time home buyer class coming up on the 15th as well. So if you guys are interested in just learning more about the process, it's free. It's about 45 minutes. It's me and a lender just kind of going back and forth about the process, explaining it, what's important, what you need to prepare for, all of that good stuff. That's going to be on January 15th, so here in a couple weeks. If you want to register for that, just let us know. You can send me a text, 678-817-8167, or you can email us, addison@tct.homes. And then you can also hit the link in our bio and you'll have all of that information there as well.